Sun, 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 here we come. 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 Sun, 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 here we come.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna. Hare Hare Krishna. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming here. All right, let's go. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna's protection, Radha Krishna, they're the best. Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Panchatattva, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gora Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Vishvanatha Nimai Pandit, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Nimai Pandit, Vishvanatha, Gaurachandra, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Vishvanatha Nimai Pandit, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Vishvambara, 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 Gauranga, Gaurachandra, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Jai Sri Radhe, Radha, Radha, Krishna, Radha, Krishna, Radha, Radhe, 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 Krishna. Krishna, Gauranga. Krishna, Gauranga. Radha, 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 Radhe, 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 Radha, Radha, Radhe, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Krishna, Gauranga Nityananda. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Radha, Radha, Krishna, Radhe, Radhe, Krishna, Krishna, Radha, 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 Radhe, 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 Radha, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Radha, Radha, Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hare. Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
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 Hare, Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
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 Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare
Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Rama.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Lavanya Lakshmi, hey, welcome. Thank you for coming. Stick around and know a bit about very interesting Sangha here.
Krishna,
Very
Krishna.
different. Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama
Radha
Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, a lot of
Krishna.
knowledge, good stuff. Krishna Krishna, things you've never heard before. You may have heard but didn't hear. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama. Check it out. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. I see you have the Hare Krishna mantra down very well. That's good. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama, Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama. Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
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 Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Radha, Radha,
Hare
Radha,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Radha,
Rama
Radha,
Rama, Hare.
Radha, Radha, Radhe, 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 Radha, Radha, Radha,
Radha, Radha,
Radha, Radha,
Radha, Radha,
Radha, Radhe,
Radhe,
Radhe, Radhe,
Radha, Radha.
Radhe, 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 Raghunath
Radhe
Das,
Govinda,
Raghunath Das, Raghunath
Radhe
Das,
Govinda,
Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das,
Radhe Govinda,
Rupa, Rupa,
Radhe
Rupa,
Govinda,
Rupa, Sanatan, Sanatan,
Radhe
Sanatan,
Govinda.
Sanatan, Sanatan, Rupa, 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 Sanatan, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das,
Rupa,
Raghunath
Rupa.
Das, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Raghunadas, Raghunadas,
Krishna Krishna
Vishwanatha
Hare
Rupa
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rupa Sanatana.
Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Raghunath,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Raghunath,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Rama
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama
Sri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri 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 Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, 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 Gaurachandra, Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Radha,
Rama
Radha,
Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna.
Radha, Radha,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Radha,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Radha,
Rama
Radha,
Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Radha,
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama
Radha,
Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna.
Radha, Radha, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Radha,
Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Radha, Radha, Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Let's see here. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Srila Prabhupada.
Let's see here. Chapter 9, Prahlad pacifies Lord Nrsimhadev with prayers.
Which canto is that, Guru Maharaj?
Oh, this is 7th canto, 9th chapter, and verse number 1. But first, we'll read some introduction here, I think. Here. Parts of it here. After Hiranyakashipu was killed, the Lord continued to be very angry, and the demigods headed by Lord Brahma could not pacify him. Even Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, the constant companion of Narayan, could not dare come before Lord Nrsimhadev. Then Lord Brahma asked Prahlad Maharaj to go forward and pacify the Lord's anger. Yeah, like first stage is to worship God in fear, and that's basically the story is starting out just saying a lot of the demigods, they're a little more awe and reverence with their Lord, and they're afraid of that mood because there's some fear of the Lord. But Prahlad shows he was a deeper devotee because he wasn't afraid. He worshiped the Lord with ecstatic love. See, this is the thing, the difference between those who are more the beginners. The beginners are the Vaidhis. They worship the Lord with awe and reverence. And that's why they misunderstand the Raganuga Bhaktis, the spontaneous devotees, because they don't worship the Lord because of fear, because they're afraid of going to hell or being punished. See, they worship the Lord because of devotion and love, and therefore they approach closer. Oh, thank you. They approach closer to the Lord than the ones who are more. That's more distance. See, you put more distance before the Lord. There's not that affectionate relation, not that closeness. You see how it's always talking about. They're all the way from the Garden of Eden, where they were booted out of the kingdom of God and distanced. They were distanced from the Lord. You know who distanced them? They listened to the snake. See, the snake is the one that imitates the spiritual master, imitates the real devotees, imitates God. See, that's why the snake said, "Oh yeah, you break the order of the Lord. See, don't listen to the Lord. Listen to my preaching." See, it's always like that. It's like that here. When you got the real potency, everything is revealed. The whole pastimes, is revealed. It's this transcendental potency that gives you the revelation on basically what God is doing in this world. See? And those who are the snakes, they're on they're distanced from the real Lord. See, that's why you got to be careful. Even here, we have the living Bible here. We have the living Vedas here. It's all happening here. It happens in our Sangha. It happened just right now. The snakes are on the outside. See? It's the snake of speculation. The snakes say, "Oh no, it's this way." It's not the way God. See, if you're actually hearing the word of God, it's coming through the real guru. See, in the beginning was the word was God, with God, and the word was God. You see, again, all hinting at intimacy, inferring this intimate relationship between the Lord and his devotee. See, therefore, you get the real word of God from that person, but it's very subtle there, right? On the right side next to it. Next to the word of God is the snake. You see, where was this all going on? This was all going on in the Garden of Eden. It's a place where God is very close with his devotees. This is how we got kicked out of the kingdom. You know, that's why, you know, Prabhupada was of the idea that we left the kingdom. We listened to the false god, the snake, see, and believed in the snake, see, and then we were distanced from the real Lord. It's still like that. It's always like that. That's how you're delivered. You got to meet the deliverer, who is the one who is the big brother, who is already, again, established in their intimate relationship with the Lord. It's that simple. And the snake always appears. The snake is here. Snake is Johan. Yeah, I know you're listening, Johan. And his friends, too. I already got my reports. I got my spies, too. He's got his, the snake, you know, I know that snake very well. Snake is a snake. You can appear at the time of Jesus. The Pharisees were the snakes. What did he call them? Snakes and vipers. They were speculators. See? Same thing. We got that at the door. And what do the snakes do? They tempt, right? Who tempted Eve? The snake. And what did she say? She went right to the Eve who was weak, you know, and preached to her. Oh, just believe my word. Forget about the word that you're hearing. So the same thing happens here. See, the same thing. We have these devotees in that sangha over there. You know, that one over there. In Johan, see, he's a guru now. He may not, but he's guru. They come to, you know, to him. See, he's guru now. So his persons, they come over here and start to approach the new devotees, like the new one coming back, Shama Sundari. The Shamaguri comes over. Yeah, I'm talking about you there. You there, Shamaguri. I know you're listening, because that's what you did. You saw that Shamaguri, Shama Sundari came back, and you go and you approach her. That's what the snakes do. They go, and some others here. They go to especially maybe the ones who are a little weaker, more impressionable. They go, so listen how it works. They always do it and tempt you. Okay? Oh, please, oh, come listen to be my friend. These snakes are never your friend. They bite. And how do they bite? They have poison. See? They have poison of speculation and doing the wrong thing. They want you to do the wrong thing like they did. The wrong thing is to leave the real spiritual master, to relieve the real devotees. That's the wrong thing. They've done that. See? They listened to the big snake. But they were of that nature anyway. See? So, people, do you see how this is the living book? This is how it works. They approach the snake. They're temptresses, tempters, and they want to tempt people away from the true path. That's what they do. So don't do what Eve did. This is your second chance. See? Don't believe in the snake. Don't take their association. Don't become friends with snakes. See? You become a snake when you leave the real path, or if you've never really been on it. Sometimes snakes. You know, in Vrindavan, they have deities sometimes, and they're snakes coiled around Krishna's legs. See? What does that mean? Well, you know, that protects Krishna. That's the snake. That's why I say, you see, I use that. I use Johan for my preaching. I use Shamaguri. I use them all for my preaching. See, because that's their service, is to keep people out of the real. So don't you go over there. So if you listen to this word, you'll be saved from that word. If you listen to that word, you'll lose this word, which is your safety. Okay? That's why I speak it. You got to know it, because they're going to speak their word. If I don't counteract it with the truth, the lie will prevail. That's how it works. See? Yeah. So, there you go. See, living Bhagavatam. Isn't that great? You got the living story here. Yeah. So when he says, Goa says, Goahari's afraid of him, the truth is, it's coming out of his mouth, right? He's afraid. Of course he's afraid. That's why they work in the dark. Did you know that? They don't work in truth. They work in the dark of speculations. They'll take the words of, this is the whole thing, why the Lord has to reestablish the disciplic line again and again and again, because the snakes come in and pollute it, like Kalya, right? And again, the Lord has to jump in to the poison and clear it off. He's doing it again now in our Sangha here. This is the only place I've seen without the snakes. Well, they may come here and coil around, but if you're really protected by Krishna, which we are if we choose to be, and I choose to be. I don't know what everybody else is, but I choose to be protected. I listen to this word. I check it in the scripture. What I'm telling you, you can check it all there. It should be more clear now after you hear this, because if you have a real prophet or a real acharya in the midst of you, it'll be just like Jesus says, or all acharyas say. The real prophet is one who makes clear what has been said before, see, and brings forth new revelations. Oh, isn't that funny? That's going on here. At least I see it. Anybody else see that? Must be a real thing. Must be the real Lord's word here, huh? Pretty strong word. And he says, I'm afraid of that. No, I know too much now. I learned my lessons. I learned from history. If you learn from history, because we talk about the histories of spiritual life, they're all in the Bible and the Bhagavatam. And if you're purified, you can see these histories and preach them for the welfare of the world. Okay? There's a saying in the world, it's very true here. If you understand the history, if you understand history, you're not doomed to repeat it. That's why the demons are always trying to erase the histories. We learn that now. They want to erase history so you don't learn the lessons from history. You notice they're breaking down in America. There was a time when they were breaking down the statues. They want to take down all these memorials of great people that did, they fought. They were like demigod types. They fought for the right. They fought for the rights of people and all that stuff. And the demons were breaking down the statues of these memorials, basically memorials of the word of the good people fighting the demons. See? Yeah. Well, we also have memorials. See, that's if you're on the devotional path, we got our memorials. Our memorials are these teachings from the Vedas about bygone histories, which just repeat again. See, because Maya is a repetition. It's like a cycle. Birth, death, old age, and disease. What? Birth, death, old age, and disease. What happens again? Birth, death, old age, and disease. See? Material modes of nature have a certain nature. See? We are very fortunate to be able to discuss these beautiful things. The way God is working in his illusion, too. See? And you understand how the magician is working. And, oh, I see. Yeah. This is more attractive. See? The truth is more attractive. Isn't it interesting to learn these kind of things? They're all in the Bhagavatam. We just fluff it out. Can you see? Prahlad had no fear. Why? He was an ecstatic devotee. Yeah, right there in the Bhagavatam, it says he used to laugh and cry when he thought of Krishna. Oh, there's some of those here in our Sangha here. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that more than interesting? Isn't that fantastic to have people like Prahlad Maharaj of that nature, Bhagavatam material, living in our Sangha? It is so advanced that even these illustrious big gurus with big followings can't even understand these truths that we just preach every day and relish and taste. We're about 100 and maybe 1,000 years ahead of those persons. But they could catch up if they came here. Otherwise, they don't catch up. Therefore, that's many lifetimes. See, go follow Narayan Raj's preaching. Yeah, because you got many lifetimes to catch up, or you can catch up now. Anybody interested? We'll get you up to speed fast. Fernando, great. Okay. So, yeah, I love this. Understanding the essence of the Bhagavatam is Prahlad wasn't afraid because he was an ecstatic devotee. You want to worship God in fear? Or you want to be in denial of God? You're automatically in fear. When you speculate, you automatically distance yourself from God. That's why you see the fig leaf after they believed in the snake, they put the clothing on. See, they distance themselves with the false ego. That clothing, that fig leaf is the false ego. That's the rules, the regulations. See, you're not supposed to be naked before even God. See, hide yourself from God. Isn't that what they did? Isn't that what they're doing in that Sangha there? Mr. Johannes, your highness, your lowness, actually. Your very lowness. But you don't know your lowness. That's the problem. You think you're a highness, and you it's a lie, and you got to speculate, and you got to infer, you got to trick people into believing your bullshit. And I'll just tell you straightforward, man. See? You're afraid of being found out, but you're already found out here. See? But you see, denial is you deny your fear. See, and that's why you see he can't get off the Vaidhi platform. Lalita and I were talking about that. He's always preaching Vaidhi. He can't get off the Vaidhi platform. Yeah, because he's stuck there. See? You can't get off the Vaidhi platform until you come into the postgraduate class, which is Chaitanya Lila. And if you don't learn first chapter, Mr. Johan, and all you followers, is your third chance. See? If you don't understand first chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, you cannot go into the advanced state. You are stuck being neophytes. You're stuck being, on the level of society, of cultural Vaishnavism and all of that stuff. And then you're in fear, but you're in denial of that fear. See? You act like a fearful person. You act like a Vaidhi Bhakti. See? Because you're worshiping the Lord in fear. It doesn't matter. You say, I'm not, that's all false ego. It's called false prestige. Oh, I'm a big devotee. These gurus are in fear of God. Because it's just their false ego making them think that that's denial. No, I look at their acts. You're acting like a Vaidhi Bhakti. Therefore, you are absolutely worshiping God in fear. Even though you think, look at me, I'm Guru Dev, I'll deliver you. Deliver bullshit. You can't deliver anything. Go get a job as a pizza deliverer. That's the best, or a shoe salesman. Go sell shoes. You can't sell God. That's why you see, we sell the real Lord with a t-shirt, without neck beads, with all that. The Lord wants to make an example. If you've got the truth and you got the real love, his real love, you can do something substantial like deliver people out of illusion. Otherwise, you help put them in illusion. You're still in illusion. That's why the illusion is still on the Vaidhi, worshiping God according to material motivated religion, which all Vaishnavism still is. All of it. All of it. Until it shows by deed that we have real ecstatic gurus, which I haven't seen even one. Not even Narayan Maharaj, not even that Radhakund Babaji of the guru of Manorama. And she's proof after 20 years following that guy after she left us, there's no ecstatic devotion in that woman. That's why she's working in an old folks home. It's a good place for you, old fogey. She's an old fogey, right? Old lady now. Acts like an old lady because she got no youthfulness of the bhakti that Lalita has. Can you imagine her wanting to instruct that? Talk about illusion. Wanting to instruct Lalita. And that's what you get from following that Radhakund Babaji and leaving this. That's called, you didn't even make it to real Guru Tattva because you got stuck with the speculators. The ones who, they're not really, they don't deliver you. It's all a bunch of show. It's a big show. Where's your deliverance? Where are the signs and symptoms of deliverance? I see them in many devotees here. Yeah. So there you go. There's a little gift for you, Johan, in your congregation. I know you're watching, so here, I'll give you some material to chew on for a little bit. Of course you won't believe. Oh, no, let go. They're going to get revenge, man. I'm going to, Shamagori, go after the new people coming here to Gaur Hari Sangha. Go after, I send you, you're my soldier, man. You go out and make friends with them, pollute them, man. Piss on them with your word. And your speculation. And Gaur Hari, don't worry. We're out here. We got our weapons here. We got our serpent weapon here. Hey, you donkey urine drinkers. Hey, let me here get you some truth here, man. Watch out for the mean lion. Where's his face, man? The guy can't. Where did his face go? His face is gone. Is it here? Oh, here we go. Yeah. There you go. She got a cute one too. You went and got one also. Freddie says, history always repeats itself. If the rulers would have learned from the past, there wouldn't be wars anymore. Yeah. Wars are created because of, there's the superficial cause, which is over money. That's the superficial cause. But the higher cause is, the Lord likes, they burn forests. It's the Lord's energy, the forests are burned sometimes. And it's just what happens. There's a reason for it. I got to research that sometime. The reason for the Lord having the forest burned. Yeah. Gudrun already influenced Abaye. Oh, really? So that was, yeah. So they made friends? Yeah, you see, there you go.
Abiye sent it to you, the whole conversation, don't you remember? Abiye sent, forwarded the conversation between her and Gudrun.
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah. So that, yeah. You
so
see
long.
how, yeah. You see, it's the Putana obstacle is she only can attack the baby bhaktis, the new devotees. That's why they always go to the weaker ones. See, the weaker devotees. And And that's what they do. And that's what Shamaguri sees, and all of them. They're servants of the Putana obstacle. They're servant, you could say like Putana is like a deity. They're worshiping that deity. They don't know. When you worship the material energy, you lose your intelligence. See, this is why proof that we're above this is we have the shelter of the real Lord. He gives us the intelligence to keep us safe. I'm only making comments to strengthen the truth that of the protection we have, and maybe somebody will listen who is watching, maybe not, but who knows? But the main is we need to know this. You need to know how. I mean, you're attacked when you're attacked by the Putana obstacle, and you don't know, you don't have any knowledge. What do you think the Bhagavatam was written for? It was written to point out the obstacle and for the guru to point it out, because nobody else can point it out. These gurus are all under these obstacles like Putana. They're gurus for beginners who don't know any better, and they can't help, and so they can't get through the obstacles of speculation on their own. Ultimately, for them to advance, they have to realize, hey, this is a nowhere. This is going nowhere. This is still, you're still in the cycle of birth and death. You're chanting Nam Aparad. See, you're chanting Nam Aparad by being guru. That means you wanted name. If you're not qualified, you're chanting Aparad by taking worship automatically. How can you not? You don't taste transcendental ras, and you get worshipped by people that you start to automatically think that you're a great personality, and then you act like that. You go and you sit on high seats. Do you really deserve sitting on a high seat? Do you deserve being worshipped? See, do you deserve? If you're not self-realized, you will inwardly think you do, even though you're like this. You could be a real demon, and the demons who take the positions inside religion, the demons, the real demons, you know what they do? These guys are idiots. They actually believe that I'm actually, I know better, but these guys are so stupid fools. They deserve to be tricked. They believe that. They're so stupid. They believe our bullshit. They believe the lie. They like to lie. That's what they do. That's what they're taught. And then the other fools, for some reason, they just get in there because they have a desire for name and fame, and they get polluted that way. Okay? And then and so they could counter, and they would counter, like somebody who, okay, what about you, Gore? You're taking worship. You're sitting on a high seat, right? People look at you and give you respect. You got names, titles. Why are you any different than them? Well, I say that's a good question. Thank you for asking, or help letting me ask it, because you can't do it right now. Okay? So what is the difference here? Well, the difference is I know who's in charge. I know I'm working for a corporation, Lord Chaitanya's corporation. I know that. I know that this job can be done because of their order and their mercy. And that's when I realized that's when we started to make some real progress here in preaching Lord Chaitanya's mission. Because I just work for that corporation, that's all. I'm not for my corporation, or if I wasn't acting in truth, this wouldn't happen. That's why it doesn't happen there. You don't see ecstatic love manifest because it's not real yet. It's practice. They're practicing being guru and practicing being followers. They're not following the real guru, and the real guru is not a real guru. Not one of them has showed that they can deliver their disciples through to the transcendental realm. Nowhere but here. Okay. See, if you know the Lord is living inside you, you know it's the Lord who delivers others, and he's just using you. That's what Krishna told Arjuna. He said, just surrender to my friggin' order. You know? I'm going to annihilate these people on the battlefield through you. See, I'm going to do it. And that's self-realization. When Arjuna realized that, he was empowered. He realized he couldn't do it on his own. This was taught through the Bhagavatam, the same thing. Everybody, you want to be a real devotee, everybody has to learn this. Jesus had to learn this. Of myself, I can do nothing. Arjuna had to learn this in the Bhagavatam. He was empowered, and he knew it, but then he kind of was still learning about this empowerment. Then when Krishna disappeared, his empowerment disappeared, or seemingly disappeared. He couldn't even defeat these ruffians who stole all the wives of these. They went in there, these ruffians, they weren't even very strong. And Arjuna could not, he lost the empowerment he had on the battle of Kurukshetra, or seemingly lost it. He just didn't clearly understand how that empowerment worked. Everybody has to learn this. You have to learn this here. I had to learn this. Everybody, all devotees have to learn this. See, the Bhagavatam is so beautiful. It shows you all these intricacies, all these amazing things that nobody can preach, and that we're been given the order, see, and given the empowerment, given the knowledge, given everything. Because God, except for this shell, there's no way you can ascertain any of these things. I didn't know this. I knew this, but didn't. It's like I knew it but didn't know it type thing. It's like I read these things and it just gets all put together. It's like we're baking a cake now in the moment. Okay? So Arjuna lost his empowerment, and then he goes to Yudhisthira because he was away, and they didn't know about the disappearance of Krishna, but they felt it. They felt it's like Yudhisthira was saying, why is everything inauspicious? See, also, they all kind of lost it. They didn't understand this, how it works. Because when the Lord appears, everything blooms. Everything blooms when the Lord appears on this planet. So he's disappeared now, except for those devotees who've learned this secret of the Bhagavatam, which we're going to tell you right now. So subscribe to this channel. This is what they do when they're going to tell you something in the YouTube. They say, you must hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. Yeah, so he goes to Yudhisthira. They felt intuitively the Lord disappear. Okay? So Arjuna comes to bring the news. He says, actually, the Lord disappeared. And I lost everything. When I lost my Lord, he realized he lost everything. And he said, man, these ruffians, I couldn't even defeat these ruffians, these nobodies. I lost everything, lost my empowerment, everything. And then he started to recount. He started, that on the battlefield when Krishna was here, he spoke all these, he started remembering the words spoken by Krishna. And all of a sudden, life came back into his body. See, worship and separation, which we're all learning here now. What do you think we're doing? Because the Lord disappeared, right? How do you bring him back? Well, you got to remember. And if you're a devotee, see, he was a devotee. He was awakened already. Because he had a spiritual master, the Lord himself. When you have a bona fide spiritual master, you'll have that awakening also in due course. Sometimes quickly, sometimes after a while. Yeah, so they were already devotees, and as he's recounting, he's like Shukadev now, talking about the pastimes and the great teachings of Krishna. Everybody started to bloom. All of a sudden, it was like the Lord was there again. So that's how it works, and that's why it works here. We worship the Lord in that kind of separation, and it brings the Lord to be present with us. He did this with the gopis. All the residents were like this. The Lord left them, and they were at first like really dejected, like, where did the Lord go? Where did the Lord go? And then they start talking about Krishna, and all of a sudden, Krishna gets Krishna's attention from within, because there's no time and space for God. Come on, he's everywhere. He just, oh, they're talking about me. He turned his attention there. See, and connected by him, his attention being drawn to the devotee's devotion. See, now they're connected to that. They feel the Lord inside because of that devotion they have. That's why devotion is so important. Otherwise, you'll be a dry person. You won't be able to worship in separation. That's that's the Lord taught this again and again and again. It's a primary teaching, and that's why you'll only get it here, because these devotees in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smriti and the Raganuga, the ones I've seen, they're all still in separation. They're still, they're like the gopis who did austerities. See, doing austerities again, another pastime teaching what they're doing. They're doing austerities. And they're renouncing the world, and they're eating unspiced khichdi. See, they're eating food that's like fastings and all that stuff to attain Krishna. That's why someday they will enter the kingdom. See? So, but Krishna, you know what Krishna had to do first? He had to remove their clothing. There's clothes that have to, you can't put this new wine of this bhakti they were looking for in an old wineskin. So he removed their clothes. You notice people coming here? If you've had enough of the Vaidhi thing and realize I want to go on, you come here, your clothes have to be removed. See, you learn from the history. That's what's going on here. See, the Yohan doesn't want to remove his clothes. He wants that still to be, that he believes in that false God. That's a false God he's worshiping. If you don't believe in the real guru, you're worshiping automatically a false God. You're worshiping a false conception. You see, he's making up, speculating on the words now. You see how Prabhupada said those kind of persons, like the Yohan there, it's like putting a jewel, the jewel of the Vedas, on the head of a serpent who speculates, and you get poisoned. You see why you got to be careful of those persons. They're poison. See? They got the jewel of the Vedas. See, he's talking, very dear to me, poison, speculation. Oh, you don't need guru. You don't need a guru. No. You see, it says you see, it says right there. And if you believe what his word, you believe his lie, and you boom down in the same level. Vaidhi Bhakti. That's why Shamaguri could never give up her Vaidhi thing. See, because she wasn't a real devotee. She wasn't a sincere follower of a real guru. So I tell you this, Shamaguri, I know you're listening. So you probably hear but don't hear because you're in denial. Right? People are in denial. See, so that's how this is. You see how it's seamless. This whole pastimes of the Lord work when they're working the word. We're doing the real deliverance. So we must know these are our tools of the trade of deliverance. You must learn how to use these tools. See? You must learn that knowledge that you get here protects you from the putana over there, and the kalya over there, and the whirlwind demon over there of speculation. They're caught up in it. This word will break you free of it because the truth will set you free. You can check everything. Look at the wives look how the gopis who did austerities. That's That's what they're doing there. That's what they're doing in ISKCON and all that. You see unspiced khichdi, the only food they can eat, they like to do the renunciation and fasting, right? Eating unspiced potatoes, boiled potatoes on the Ekadasi or whatever they do, or near jaw. That's they're fasting or eating unspiced things with no things. But then the deeper level of that is this. They can't taste the real food of the holy name yet, because they got too many clothes on. Those clothes are faith in gurus who are not qualified. See? That's clothing, man. Faith in speculators, faith in those under the obstacles, keeping them out of Vrindavan and keep you out of Vrindavan because you believe their word. Their word is not the word of God. The word of God is the Vrindavan God, the ecstatic God, the Satchidananda God. You believe the word coming from that personality, used by that Lord, and you will be delivered. But as soon as you believe in the word of the snakes, the snake God, then you get the same result Adam and Eve did. And you know what that result was? God says, you go down. You go down and you're going to have to make a living by the sweat of your brow. You're going to work hard for everything. Yeah, your childbirth is going to be friggin' painful, man. You're not going to be like a real liberated soul who makes disciples like this. See? The guru doesn't go through the pain of childbirth. See? And the only pain is the disciple goes through taking off their clothing so they can be exposed before the Lord as they are. So what is going on? All that is a denial of the true Lord and the true guru. That's all. The one used. Trying to imitate this position, isn't it? Isn't he preaching? I'm preaching, he's preaching, right? I'm doing lives, he's doing lives, right? I have a following, he has a following. Look at the quality of his followers and look at the quality here. Even see from apples and oranges. See, highest truth is like, hey, yeah, you want to be part of that following? Doesn't look very nice to me.
Yeah, he warns the members of the Sangha that they are not safe in this Sangha. It's on his timeline.
Says what?
We are not safe. He's warning us. He asks us to think a little bit because we are not safe in your Sangha.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. See, if you believe in his word that you're not saved, you're not saved. See, because you lost faith in where the saving grace is. I don't lose it. I know the saving grace is here. I experience it every day. But if you're weak and you're new and you look at his timeline and you read something like that, if doubt is created because your faith is weak, see, you come under Putana can only kill baby bhaktas, young devotees, by destroying their faith in the truth. See, his faith is gone. It never was there. He's just naturally a Putana. See? So now his preaching is now he's in his glory. His glory is to destroy the faith of whoever he can do. That's why he sends out Chamagori. She loves doing this stuff. She loves making friends and spitting poisonous ideas at people to destroy their faith in this preaching. Like, she has no faith in this preaching. Why would you have faith if you believe her word? You birds of a feather flock together. It is all about whose word you have faith in. Even the demons know this. The demons work their butts off to get you to have faith in their lies and their deceptions, because that's how they control you. They control you by deceiving and deception. See, that's not much different. That's religion. See, you will be controlled by that deception, deceiving where the real guru is. Isn't that really what's happening? Why people can't move to this level? They don't have faith in this word. See, if you don't have faith in this preaching, you're going to have faith in that preaching, which is against this. It's war. Yeah, it's war. So you might as well know it. They're trying, Johan's now he's got now he's acting out now. He was doing it subtly before. Then this preaching now has forced him to act out, to be a real big demon against this preaching, to show his colors, to show he's a servant of Kalya, he's a servant of Putana, he's a servant of the whirlwind demon, Trinavarta, to get your head spinning in speculations like his. That's his empowerment. So it's war. So, hey man, truth will set you free. How do you feel when you have faith in this preaching here? See? So if you've been here long enough, if you fall down, then that's the way to do it. You go and you listen to that. If you believe it, doubt. Now you're captured by that. And Johann will be your guru. Just like Krishna and our line chooses its champions. Well, Putana chooses hers. Kalya, Putana, they said they need some avatar to work through here. See? But what did St. Paul teach? This is not a battle of flesh and blood. It's of principalities. See? He doesn't know that. I know that because truth reveals all these things, and all you can do is be a servant. See, when you're a servant of the material modes of nature, and even these higher principalities of the like Putana obstacle and all that stuff, you lose your intelligence and you just act in ignorance. You do stupid things like that. What he's doing is very stupid, but he doesn't know. And if you believe that preaching, you'll be as stupid as he is and his followers. Can you imagine? I couldn't imagine to be a teacher and having students like a Christina and thinking, oh yeah, let's have a call, let's have a talk, an intimate talk with a Christina or a Madhusudan or a Shamagori, to have followers like that. And he can't even see it. Can't, you know how stupid that is? And if you can't see that, that's your weakness. If you can't see the difference between a Lalita and a Shamagori, or a Lalita or a Govinda, or practically anybody here, the devotees here, and these followers that he has, then you've got some contamination for sure. You're not thinking straight. So let me help you out. This is true. This is logical. This is clear. You want unclarity? That's, to me, is all unclear. Look at Guru Aparad. The guy was praising his guru for 6 years, hypocritically, obviously. Now, where all that praise goes, he's exposed. To be honest, I have faith in you, Guru, but I admit I am not able to agree with everything you say. Okay, tell me what you don't agree with. Yeah, if it's
You cannot understand it. They cannot agree with you because they don't understand. Because there is no room for the highest truth.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? The vaccine thing that you don't understand, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's oh, I can understand why you don't, because you've been conditioned by the medical system and all that, and but you got to be really careful about these concepts. These are the main things. And I am not able to follow all the orders. Yeah. Okay. Well, tell me what orders those are. What are the orders? What you have to go and listen to those guys? Is that the order? You can't follow.
He'll tell you. I don't know.
Yeah. So is that the order, or you haven't booted that rat over there in Argentina who's just milking you? You believe her bullshit that she actually cares about you? You don't care about you. It's all bullshit, man. Your real friends are here, man. Everything. When people are in illusion and they're worshiping the demigods, they got material motivation, or they're mixed in its material modes of nature, man. They can't care. I was in religion is like that too. They pretend they really care about you and everything. But when they finished using you, they throw you away like a dish towel. That's how it is in the world, in the material world. Yeah. I just don't have faith in bullshit anymore. I know how Maya works. Even the Bhagavatam teaches that. There are all these stories about this. This one guy, he had great faith in this beautiful deva. It's in the Bhagavatam. And forgot the guy. He was a king, and he fell in love with this beautiful deva. And she told him at a certain point, I'm gonna have your baby and everything, and then I'm gonna leave you. And he was so in love. Oh no, I don't believe that. No, it can't be. This got to be forever. It must be that because I love you so much. And she's like, this is the truth, man. This is how it works. And she left him, and the guy was suffering. Oh my God, it was like he was so attached. But everything leaves us in this world, man. Everything, except devotees. Even though you're separated bodily, if you're a real devotee, you can just think of the devotee and they're there. Everybody else, they get new bodies, and they identify with the material mind and material emotions. See, devotees don't. They identify with the spiritual mind of God, of the real conclusive understanding of the Lord, and ecstatic feelings. So all they do is think of a devotee and they're there. The other is not real because everything is temporary. Those souls that you meet in this world that have material emotions and a material mind of speculations and all that, when they're gone, they take on a new body, you won't be able to find them. How are you going to find somebody that doesn't exist anymore? They never really did. They don't know who they are. See, devotees know who they are. I'm a servant of Krishna. I'm a servant of the Lord. See? So you got to find the true servants. The true servants are the ones who have the real mind of they are absorbed. See, they are in God and God is in them. This is the secret of Bhagavad Gita. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, the whole world is in me. Everybody, all beings are in me, but I'm not in them. See? But that's not true for a devotee. The devotee is in the true me, the true Krishna. They've transcended the material conception. See? And therefore that transcendental Lord is in them. They are connected forever now. That's what we do here. But speculation is a hindrance. Speculation is a block to that. Speculation is the false ego. You rise to that platform, see, and you can't get over it because you're serving the snake. See? You got to serve the real God through the real guru, the real word, not the fake word. Watch out there. Andre is strict.
Francis says, maybe Johan is thinking Krishna is now not punished me. So I am on the right path. But he has been thrown out of the kingdom, Francis. He's in
Yeah, you
Australia.
see, this is the thing, Francis. You should. We should discuss this. So yeah, he thinks he's not thrown out of the kingdom, but that's only a thought. It's a speculated thought. That's why the real truth is he's acting against Guru. That's what he's doing. He doesn't see that because he's in ignorance. This is what the false ego does. It distances you from the real path. You know, he's doing what even the Bible shows this stuff. You know, first Moses had all these followers, and then you know they were around long enough, and they thought, "Hey, we're equal to Moses." See, there are those like him. He's thinking they were thinking anyway, probably from the beginning, they were equal to Moses, and they were just hanging around. And then there was a point where some they decided like, hey, why should we listen to you? We're just as good as you are. God also works through us. You're not we're equal. See, this is the one being oneness, one with the Guru. Instead of giving respect to Moses and honor that he is the leader, that the Lord chose him as the leader, they stopped respecting. But that was always in, the seed was always there. And they started grumbling. They said, you know, they started to plot against him, actually. And when Moses found out, he says, do not do this sinful thing. He actually fell down and said, please do not do this sinful thing. This is sin. You're not acting properly. See? So what happened is the Lord gave him a command. And the command was the word. If you will do this thing, you just look at look at the staff with the serpent on it. He had a staff with a serpent on it. He said, just have them look at the staff with the serpent on it, okay? And they will not be bitten by the snakes that are going to come and bite them and kill them, okay? Now, see, again, this is why I followed this path. The immediate revelation about this whole thing just came. I never saw it before, but I see it now because it's all on the need to know basis. When you need to know it, the Lord brings it. What is the meaning of that pastime? See, this is revelation. What he gets is speculation. That's why it's an imitative path. He's imitating Guru. He's thinking, what is the difference? I also have this. Look, Gohari is doing it. I have this, and actually, my ideas are different than his. My ideas are against his. And my ideas are right. That's what the snake is.
Better, I can prove it. It's
better. Yeah, see, my ideas are better.
He thinks he's the only one. He says all those things. He thinks he's the only one.
Imitative path. Yeah, it's imitate. See, imitative. But that's the snake. Wants to imitate the truth. Whenever the real spiritual master appears, the real devotees preaching like this, the obstacle appears. The imitators appear. They want to imitate this. After Prabhupada appeared, the God brothers, Bhakti Siddhanta started with him. Bhakti Siddhanta appeared as guru like this, and the imitators appear. After he disappeared, all of them went to imitate. And when Prabhupada disappeared, the imitators, I know back then. Back then, it was some years after they did it, but I knew what they did. They're immediately after Prabhupada left, their Vyasa-sans were already built. Even before, they were building their Vyasa-sans. And they went right up and to sit on high seats. Now you got to go through them to get to God, not Prabhupada. They are the representatives. See, they speculate on the qualification and everything, and then these 22-year-old, little babies, now they're the deliverers of the universe. See, the imitation, that's all speculated. That's not conclusive. Yeah, so, okay. He said, look at the snake. The God told him, tell them this, and if they will agree to do that, then they will be saved. Otherwise, they will be bitten by the snakes. Okay, the esoteric truth about that now. It's a new revelation. Never been preached before, as far as I know. The snake represents exactly what I'm telling you, the nature of the snake. Look at this preaching. You hear this word. This word is as it is. This word is checkable. You look at this conception of the snake, the putana snake, the kalya snake, the snakiness, how it works. You look at this conception, which is in the Bhagavatam, and you'll be saved from that snake. Okay? If you don't look at this, the truth about the snake, the conception about Maya Tattva that I'm teaching, and you go and look at that snake of speculation that coming from that mouth of Johann and his friends, okay, you will be bitten by that snake. You'll be bitten by snakes, and your bhakti will be dead as a doornail. Whatever progress you made here will be covered over into, in some lifetime, you move that obstacle. So you guys choose which do you want to hear. You look at the snake on this staff. This is a staff that beats the snakes. The truth, beating those snakes down. If you do, then you, this conception preached by this word, you'll be saved from that word. You see why I have to preach like this? If I don't, he's preaching. If I just, what good was that? Then you listen to his word. That's what you're doing, Francis, in a sense. You're thinking, well, he sounds really assured. Yeah, it's a battle now. Here's you're going to hear the truth. You look at this conception on this staff of truth, okay, and see, and just have faith in this word and this truth. It'll save you from being bitten by that snake there, even though he's preaching self-assured. Look at me. Look, I'm okay. I have no problems, right? He has big problems. See? He's just being used to tempt you, because you're not getting into the kingdom that me and Lalita live in unless you have the kind of faith that we have in the truth. This is your test. If you're too weak, what can I do? All I can do is throw you the rope. Look at this conception. Don't believe in that conception. If you do, you're dead. Your bhakti's finished. See, always the same thing. When you got the real spiritual master with you, you have the right truth. Didn't I just give you the revelation? It's right there, and you can check it out in the Bible. They had the same situation you have right now. Look at this conception about the snake and how it works. And don't listen or believe in the snakes that destroy your faith in the real. When they destroy your faith in the real guru, they're destroying your faith in the real God. Because this is how Chaitanya Charitamrita, first chapter, Adi Lila. Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda arose simultaneously. See, Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya arose simultaneously in the horizon of Gaudiya. See, simultaneously, you get the real God and the real guru through the real preaching, the right preaching, as it is. And otherwise, simultaneously also, the snake arises, the envious snake. That Johann is an envious rascal. Complete rascaldom he's doing. And the snake was also close in the garden, right? Look how bold the snake was to actually go against the word of the true God. Isn't that the same situation now? This guy is so arrogant, so under false ego and pretentious to go against the real word, So why follow hypocrites? I admit I was weak when I came into the Sangha, but now by listening attentively and fully opening my heart, I am becoming stronger. Yeah, that's how it works there, Fanny. To the point where the snakes cannot bite you anymore because of your faith in the truth. Vrindavan is the kingdom of faith in the truth. This was Bhakti Vinod. He said, and Sri Krishna Samhita, beautiful saying, Vrindavan is the kingdom of faith. And to explain that is, Vrindavan is the kingdom of faith in the truth of Vrindavan and all its aspects in Maya Tattva, in Rasa Tattva, Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattvas, all these truths you have to hear from a real resident. Otherwise, these fakes, the ones who are under the obstacle, they protect from Vrindavan. That's why you get tempted here, you know? So you either believe this word or you believe that. Can you see how clear that is? If you believe that word, which it says, go against Gaurahari, you're not saved. See, then you lose faith. You're like, oh God, you know, then then the speculators got you. And you'll feel it. You'll feel it. You'll feel like you're weak, no doubt. Your heart is weakened. You'll feel the weakness of heart. See, we have lion hearts here. If you're faithful in this preaching, your heart will be like a lion. It's like, see, Fanny's saying her heart's getting stronger, and it will continue. So you listen to this word, it's very strong. It'll keep you safe from the snakes. And it'll be strong like this, like you become as guru. You follow the real path sincerely. And you'll act properly according to all tattvas without the false ego. You see, Gaur, look at this. I have worship. People worship Gaurahari, right? They worship me as guru. They call me Bhaktivedanta. They call me all these things. To send money, all these things. Where is the false ego in it? All I do is speak the truth. Why? Because the Lord has shown me how it works. I believe in the truth. It's all checkable in the Bhagavatam. Obviously, I did this in another life. I'm trying to help others do it in this life so you be like that in the next life, or even in this life, like Lalita and Govinda. Look how strong they are. Look how blissful they are. Look how ecstatic they are. Look at some of you guys, how much progress you're making already. You see, you're doing leaps and bounds. These people, Fanny, you're far ahead than any of the gurus. You're far ahead than the Jaipatakans and Radhanas. They haven't even started where you are, and you didn't even have to do anything they did. They have to work by the sweat of their brow and fast and do rules and regulations simply because they haven't taken to the real path like you and others. So when you realize that your life and soul is the truth coming from the real spiritual master and the real devotees, then Maya cannot touch you. She cannot tempt you anymore. And you can stay an ordinary person. An ordinary person. We go out every day. I don't have to go and put on anything. Like, we're going to talk to this lady yesterday. And, the lady doesn't know anything about what I'm doing or anything. And Lily just said, he's my spiritual master. And the lady goes, it's like she's a little bewildered, like, he never said anything like that. I have nothing to prove. It's already proven, man. We just prove the glories of Lord Chaitanya's grace. That's what I want to prove. I want to prove that Lord Chaitanya's grace is here. I've already proven it, and we'll continue to prove it. I'm telling you, there people will come and they will get instant faith, and they will go this. And if you're still behind, a lot of times it's because they might have been working on this for a lifetime or two or many, and they just come here and they get it, and have the big awakening.
It's so perfectly explained, Guru Maharaj, that story of the snake. And if your word bring us in Vrindavan, in the kingdom, if by listening to you we come in that transcendental world, you've got to understand that other words take you out of it. Those who are opposite to this will take you out. That's so logic.
That's the logic, yeah. See, a razor's edge. See, this is the thing. That's why I never thought I would ever speak like this. But then you have to. The Lord is just, because it's war with that. It's because now the stakes are high. People's souls are at stake. See? So because they're going to preach. They're preaching their thing. The snakes are preaching, trying to keep you under that speculation and control you, so that you have to come under the word of the Lord's transcendental word. The Lord, my Lord, the spiritual master is my Lord, birth after birth. Is it his? It's Lalita's. See, she's acting according to the truths in the books, naturally. Okay? By their word, the guru's word, by the spiritual master's word, all ignorance is destroyed. It has to be that way. But if you don't believe in this word, how can your ignorance be destroyed? Your ignorance it'll be developed by listening to that. Your ignorance will be increased. Your ignorance, you'll work against the real guru like he is. He's working. His works are against the truth. It's a Pharisee thing. Wasn't the Pharisees' word against the word of Jesus? That's why they were Vaidhi Bhaktas. You see, they had to fast, wash their hands, and do all these things that Johann has to do. They couldn't get over it because they had no faith in Jesus. Johann has no faith in the real spiritual master here to deliver him. So he sticks a Pharisee and gets the other Vaidhi Bhaktas. That they can't get over it, man. They're either Vaidhi Bhaktas or what do you call less than that? They're the ones who rebel. He gets all of those. Yeah, Christina's no Vaidhi Bhakta. She's just a new age lady, screwing guys over and over again, right? She's got a big thing. Always got a guy she's screwing. To be honest, isn't it? Isn't that what she acts? We hear all the time she's with this guy, another guy, and another guy. That's Johann's following. See? So it's either people that are, they can't get over the Vaidhi level, or they're like that. They're just outcasts. The Tarun guys and the outcasts. They don't follow any bullshit, right? That Tarun is also another guy like that.
Oh, yeah, that's a heavy, heavy blasphemer,
Heavy blasphemers. Yeah. You don't want to go over there. So if you don't listen to this word, what to do? The Lord will sift this Sangha out. Sift it. So just do the best you can, Evo. I know you have your challenges here. As you said, just come and listen. By listening, I've got my ticket. Exactly. Yeah, like Rajiv. He doesn't vocally, but he writes things that he's making progress, that he's relishing the chanting, which it's all about that. Relishing the chanting. Conditioned souls are spiritually weak by nature. If they find the real narrow gate, the Maya snake comes to take them out, right? Isn't that cruel that God allows a snake to attack the babies? It's not that God, that's why, that's the way the material nature is. The material nature is always attacking. It's might against might against right even. See, might is usually the demons. They want to get strong and they want to control. See, and actually the demigods, they control more by righteousness, by being following rules and fasting and austerities. That's better actually. So it's just the way the thing is going. So you could say, well, isn't that cruel and all that? But how about this, Freddie? How about the Lord sends the saviors, the bona fide spiritual master? See? So you don't have to stay a baby. All you have to do is believe in this word. That's your challenge. You know, if you're too much of a runt, what can be done? All the Lord can do, you have independence. If you believe this word, if you believe these teachings, you'll be saved. Guaranteed you're going to Vrindavan. Guaranteed. But if you somehow, I can't do it, I gotta go, yeah. Well, that's just do it. You didn't have, all I can do is teach you. Is the Lord, even God himself said that to people. He said, all I can teach you is about Guru Aparad. All I can tell you is these persons are against real devotees. Don't associate with them. Don't believe in them. But if you do, after I tell you this, what can be done? Krishna, it's always the same teaching, Freddie. That's why you have to hear it here, because you don't understand it, even though it's in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna said the same thing you said. He said, this isn't fair. Is it fair that these people worship demons and they go to the demons and they go to the ghosts and because they worship ghosts? And then those who worship the demigods, they also still get an inferior result. But people who just worship you and they don't even have to do that much, or they do an equal amount even, and they get so much more. And that's not fair, Krishna. And what did Krishna say? The same thing all devotees say, all deliverers say. Well, I could tell them. All I can do is teach them. And if they can listen and hear and get purified and then see, wow, that's more logical to worship Krishna and then go to Krishna than to worship demigods and go to them, because they're still stuck in this universe, and people are stuck willingly in Vrindavan. They don't want to leave. Here, you may want to leave, but you can't leave. You're stuck here. Even in hell, if you worship these demons and deceive and you become as hellish as them, isn't that what they're doing? They're making these nice people who are working for the police force and the army become tyrants, little tyrants, and oppress the people in general, because we're just following orders. Well, that's what you get for following their words. You become as tyrannical as them, and you may have been a nice person with a family and everything, but it's all in who you believe. So it's the same thing now, Freddie, and everybody else. All I can preach, I can tell you these truths and everything. If you side with this, you'll be free of that. See? It's all in the word. It's a word, it's a war, an information war. Info wars on this level.
It's not fair. What is not fair, that is that when somebody receives the mercy of the Lord and is not capable and not willing to surrender and to be submissive, that's not fair.
Yeah, well, he didn't receive the real mercy yet.
No.
He just got some rays from. This is where snakes, they coil around the Krishna. They never really surrender. He could, maybe he will. Who knows? Miracles can happen. But you got to give up your name. See, what doesn't want to take off that clothing? And how do you do that? You have to submit to the real word. Otherwise, just like Eve, she became a servant of the snake. And Adam and Eve. And God said, I'm sorry, I got to distance yourself from me. You took on the clothing of the snake. You're a speculator. You don't believe in my word. You believe in the snake's word. You got the same opportunity now. That if you believe that the real Lord, the transcendental Lord, is speaking here to you, these truths, because I'm just repeating what's in the Bhagavatam with the revelation, see, and making clear what has been done before and said before, see, and bringing forth new revelations on this to get you through. The narrow gate is that word, this word. All I can do is preach under this inspiration. And if whoever believes in this word and not that word, because it's a war of words, I'm just trying to help you become intelligent. Look at the result of his thing. He challenges the real guru. Do you believe in the real guru is here, or do you believe him? He says the real guru is not here. The real deliverance is not here. Do you believe it? The real deliverance is here. We prove it. He's saying the real deliverance is not here. And you know what? You see the lie in that? In other words, he's saying that Lalita is not delivered, or Govinda. Do you believe that word? In other words, he doesn't even know what deliverance is. The Lord is hiding that from him. Can you see the logic you can learn here? Otherwise, you'll get so bewildered there. He can't understand, and you won't be able to understand either. But if you have faith in this word, and you're getting purified by this word and by this ecstasy, and all these classes, you should be able to take the side of true logic, God clarity, that lets you see all of that bullshit. The poor guys and his followers, they're in darkness. Don't go into that darkness. It's the pastimes. These kinds of persons, they come into the Vrindavan. This is the new Vrindavan here. And they act like your friend. They act like the friends of Krishna. And Krishna's looking. See, he's looking, and not all the cowherd boys or anybody was aware, not even Balaram. Not even Balaram, because the Lord wanted it that way. But he's looking, just like he was looking here. I was kind of like, yeah, there's something bad, yeah, whatever, that kind of thing. But at a certain point, Krishna's thinking, okay, how can I take care of this situation? Because this is poison. We got to get rid of it. See? So he did it timely. It's okay, it's over there now. See? So it's over there, separated. He's preaching his word, which is Gohari is not qualified. Gohari is not saved. You're not saved, and all that. You don't want to believe that word because it's not true. See, truth will set you free. Have you not learned enough in this Sangha what being saved is? Being saved is becoming an ecstatic devotee like Lord Chaitanya and his real followers. Don't you even believe it? If you don't believe in that being saved is becoming as ecstatic as the Lord and his followers. Maybe Krishna is different when Radha, they're the supreme ecstatics. But having that kind of ecstasy and the conclusive understanding, not the fake ecstasy, not the fake knowledge. See that speculation. Okay? You got to have that. So that's how you got to make your choice. You can, if you go over there, you go over there, and you'll see, and we'll also see the results of you becoming just like that. You'll become against his preaching. You'll believe his lies that we're not saying. You think I would believe that? What I see, I'm analyzing from the scriptures. He can't even see that Lalita's saved. Can you believe it? I mean, he has no faith in real bhakti. Why would anybody with any good sense, which you can get here by listening, go over there? The person doesn't even believe in real bhakti. It shows you how far away he is from that. How much of an offender, the real offender that is. You see how he's trying, him and his Shamaguri armies and all that want to come and make friends and get you not to believe in that, like he did with Abaye. Now I remember. Oh, that Gohari's not qualified. See the same preaching. Oh, Gohari's not. I know him. She never know what? She never knew anything because Krishna never revealed it. She was faithless from the beginning. It was all a hypocrisy, like with Johan, faithless from the beginning. See, snake, vipers. They aren't, well, yeah, they aren't devotees, but they're devotees, okay, in the broader picture, there's devotees in illusion. See? they're devoted to the illusion. He's still devoted to the illusion. You don't want to associate those who are devoted. I'm not, we're devotees of the absolute truth, Satchidananda, real, pure, ecstatic worship of the Lord and conclusive understanding. That's all checkable by Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Right? So Vraja Sundari Dasi. Vraja Sundari, who's that one? Is that another Vraja? Is that Shamaguri or no? Shama Sundari or?
No. That is that lady that came last week 3
Oh,
times.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Snakes are good in the spiritual world. Yeah. I think I saw her going somewhere that I didn't like.
She's a follower of Narayan Maharaj group.
Oh, yeah. Okay, snakes are good in the spiritual world. Here is the opposite. The real meaning in the spiritual world is Ananta Sesh, Balaram, Guru Tattva. Okay, the snakes are good in the spiritual world. Here is the opposite. The real meaning in the spiritual world is Ananta Sesh, Balaram. Yeah. Yeah, in the spiritual world, everything is used to enhance the pastimes of Krishna. So there's some snakiness going on there. There's hypocrisy there. Krishna is a hypocrite. Now, this is kind of an advanced thing. You can't compare it. You see, it's very dangerous, the energies that imitate Krishna. This stuff, he's got these imageries, the snakiness, all that is an imitation of what's going on in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, everything is beautiful and serves the pastimes of Krishna. See, so there's some snakiness, crookedness there. Even Radharani's crooked and everything. The whole problem is that's why the Acharyas, recent ones, didn't preach too much about this, because these imitators want to come and imitate all that. And you can't do it. It's kind of like Tom. You have this thing. Sometimes you think, I'm a gopi and all that's this imitation stuff. And then you go and you fall on your face. You go, oh, I'm so confused. Of course, you're not really that. It's an imitation. See? That's what you need to get straightened out of your mind, is this imitation thing. You are not that. You're trying to jump over into Vrindavan. That's what people do. They do that in various ways. He wants to jump over Guru to become Guru. See? And all he does is jump into the obstacle, because the Guru gets you out of frees you from these demons that he's stuck under, these demoniac forces. Yeah. Yeah, so there's snakiness, and that's beautiful. There's no harm. The snakes only they serve the pastimes. Look at Jatila. She's very kind of she's an old lady, kind of like always trying to hinder Radha from connecting with Krishna. But it serves the pastimes, because it increases the desire of Krishna, makes him longing more, and he's just a great taste, And Radha also, oh, where's Krishna? I want to go meet him. I got to meet him. It's all pastimes, yeah. Krishna lies in Vrindavan. See, if you do here, you'll be like Jarasandha. Jarasandha was, he never lied, but then he did the one big lie. You know the big lie? The big lie was Krishna is a demon. Krishna he's a rascal. Krishna is well, actually, in a sense, everything is in Krishna, but he was doing it the wrong way. He was destroying people's faith in the real God, into real Krishna. He sided with Kamsa. He was a friend of Kamsa. See, therefore he was polluted, and see, Kamsa was a religious hypocrite. Even even though Jarasandha was more righteous, actually. Jarasandha was a very righteous king, but he believed in the snake. See? Jarasandha was a strict follower of religious principles. He was a saintly king, very righteous person. But he believed in the snake. That's the thing is, Vaidhi Bhakti is not strong enough to keep you safe from those who are hypocrites in religion. You cannot see like a person who has surrendered to the real Krishna, the ecstatic Krishna, can see the snakes in religion. They could see people that are trying to be righteous and honest in their following, and they can also see the snakes in there. And they can also see the snakiness even in the righteous. You start to see like the Bhagavatam sees. You see like Shiva sees. You see like Daksha. Like Daksha was a very righteous person. He was a Prajapati, God. He's in the heavenly planets, demigods. He was worshiping God also, strictly. He had an effulgence. And the millions of demigods believed he was the one. But he wasn't yet. It's not good enough. See, I preach what? I preach Bhagavatam. People can't take it mostly because it's too real. It's too true. It teaches all the subtleties that the acharyas usually hide from people. And you see, it's still hidden. Because if you're like Johann and don't really believe and you come here for name and fame, you won't even understand these things. You got to follow the real path, become a real disciple, and automatically you'll become a friend. The spiritual master, when he sees you following sincerely, he becomes friendly towards you. He's feeling, I can trust this person. Otherwise, I don't trust anybody in this fucking world. Unless they're devotees. I trust Lalita. I don't trust. Yeah. If you're not a real follower here of the Satchidananda, yeah. So I trust Govinda. And others, I'm building trust with them, and you should be feeling like the same thing. It's reciprocal. You're building trust with Guru. You'll know who you are, because it's natural. When you really trust the Guru, it's reciprocal. The Guru really trusts you. When you're a little bit like, I don't know, well, it's also the Guru's thinking, because Krishna's thinking, the Guru picks up on it. Well, I don't know, I never quite in my heart trusted Johann, and now I know why. I remember I was in Belgium. Remember, Francis? I came to Belgium there. And the devotees were all there, and Johann's there, and I felt, kind of more like amiable to everybody. Then he touched me, and I felt this naturally. And I said, "What's this about? Why am I going like this?" I feel this coldness, like there was no love there, no affection. It wasn't real. See, snakes are cool. Isn't that interesting? They have a cool. They like to be near the warmth.
They are afraid from the warmth as well. They are afraid.
Well, no, they're not. They're not really. They like to coil around the warmth. They're not afraid.
Oh yeah, like that.
Johann's not afraid. He should be afraid, but he's not. Because snakes are not afraid. That's why they went and attacked Jesus. They should have been afraid, but they went and did it. Okay? But that's why you see, Lord Chaitanya taught the real truth. He said, those who go against the Muraris, they can chant the holy name and it'll just destroy them. This is Johan's case. He can chant the holy name. He can take all these baths and the thing. He'll never get purified. Never. Until he gives up that thing, until he understands. I just preach now what towards him. Now, this is his chance. For a while, he won't understand this because he can chant and chant and chant. He'll just have that fake ecstasy, Christina also. But they'll always be bewildered. They'll never be conclusive and never be really ecstatic, not the real thing. Okay? And they will be destroyed by their, even though they're chanting and all that stuff, they'll be destroyed by their hypocrisy, which is right. See, when you write things like he's writing against Guru, do you think that's not going to destroy? That's what Lord Chaitanya was preaching about. They will not be purified even by millions of dips in the Ganga until he comes and submits to this preaching. He will die just like these other persons. You see, they've left here in that kind of mood that they think they know better and all that stuff. They will die in ignorance. And I just say this, just the truth, just as what it is. Lord Chaitanya preached it. Why shouldn't I preach it? Give people a chance. Give you guys a chance, because if you go over there, that's going to be your lot. You'll lose faith in the real path. You'll get the weakness of heart. You'll have no courage and you'll be weak of heart, and then you'll be under the control of the speculators like Johans. See, they like to be the leaders. They come there and they're a little more crafty. They a little lie. You know how he is? He tricks and speculates and changes words and things and all that stuff. You'll be under that control because a lot of people like that. I love to read the ecstatic prema bhakti, deep experience of devotees, well-wishers you have awoken. Yeah, you see, and that's how it works. You have that capability because you found the real path. Because these gurus cannot produce that kind of result. See? If people come here sincerely and get purified, and you can get what you can do, they can also. What you're doing and Lalita does is what the Goswamis did. They could relish the ras in these books. A very high thing, isn't it? None of these gurus that I've seen can do it. None of their followers can do it, but you can do it because you found the real path. You found the right path. You remember, yeah, that's good there, Francis. Conditioned souls, the perverted reflections. Oh, what time is it? 7:03. Yeah, 7:03. Okay, I think I got to stop. I did a lot of this heavy preaching, type thing. We'll come back. I guess it's necessary, otherwise you got to point these things out and just consider this and stay safe. That's how you stay with this truth and you'll stay safe. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. You said in your videos you are a resident of Vrindavan. Enough devotees have seen and heard this. Okay. Replying to Bhakti Tom. Now you ask for it. Okay, let's see what Tom is saying here.
Yeah, he denies that he ever said that he was a gopi.
Yeah, I noticed that about you, Tom. You forget, and you even admitted that in your letter, that you forget these things. I noticed it's just a part of purification. River was like that too. She would forget important things. and then preach thing. It's just kind of snaky stuff. That's why you got to get purified. This is, if you're confused and confusions and all that, you're getting purified. It'll all clear in due course. The more you stick it out, the snakiness will come out, and then just pure bhakti, pure relish. You'll be happy forever. No more. You don't have to speculate on things. Your heart will be genuinely tied to the Lord and his real devotees, and you'll feel relaxed, at peace. Okay? Right now is the purification. That's why everything is spinning around. It's all the garbage you picked up in how many lifetimes. All that will gradually clear. You don't have to do something about it, really. Just stick with this and then again. Okay. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard you make claims like that this Bob and yeah. Anyway, you'll get through it. Just stick it out. Okay, so we'll see you in a little bit.